Hi there, I'm back, and today I just wanted to do a quick little video revisiting my Oster Dual-Range blender. I've got it on a little bit of a tight close-up here. I ran out of mayonnaise, so I am just going to show you how I make mine in this blender. And the reason I like to use this blender instead of the Pro 1200 is I'm going to take advantage of the slower speed, especially the low, where you have the low, medium, and high. Here, let me show you here. The low, medium, high steady speeds. The low speed is perfect for, at least for me, it's worked great for making my homemade mayonnaise. And I've been making homemade mayo for probably at least 15 years, if not longer. So, you know, and it's frustrating when you're going through all of this work and you think you're doing everything right, and then it breaks and you have this runny mess that you can't seem to pull together. And I've used stick blenders many times for that, but every once in a while that one goes south on me. But this did such a good job. The last time I made mayo was the first time I did it in this blender. So I want to capture it on video here for you guys to show you just how easy it is to do. So I'm just going to kind of give you a close-up view of the blender jar itself as we do this. So in here, I'm going to put in 2 egg yolks, just the yolks. And then I have a teaspoon each, one of yellow mustard and a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. That's going to go in. And that's our emulsifier that kind of pulls everything together. Okay. All right. And then I don't really measure this stuff. I've been doing this recipe so long, I don't even have the cookbook anymore that I got it from. I'm just sort of eyeball it and kind of know when it looks like the right amount. So sorry about that, but I cut a lemon in half. I'm just going to squeeze half of the juice in here. Oh, that's a tough lemon here. There we go. And that's probably about maybe a tablespoon, maybe just shy of a tablespoon. And a good pinch of kosher salt. That's just my preference on the type of salt that I use. Okay. And I'm just going to start blending this slowly. Let's put the lid on. And then I'm going to take off that little filler cap so that I can pour or should say drizzle my oil in there very slowly to pull this together. Now I will apologize ahead of time for any noise in the background we might hear during this, because I also have one of my pressure cookers going on the stove making food for my dog. So hopefully that won't get super loud and interrupting. So let's get this going here. Turn it on. Get it on low. Okay, well, let's start drizzling. Okay, this is something you're probably, well, at least I like to do. I like to start and stop it. I don't like to just keep it running the whole time. I want to really keep an eye on what's going on. In fact, you could even do a little low pulse. That's the other thing I love about this dual-action blender is the low pulse. You only have 1 speed of pulse on the Pro 1200, and it is pretty fast. So, and the oil I'm using today is sunflower oil. I like to use something relatively healthy, especially when it's taking up this much of a recipe. I'm just going to drizzle a very thin stream. I don't know if you can see that. You pour it in all at once. That's when you get that runny mess. And once it breaks, it's impossible to pull it back together. You can do it, but you have to do it by hand with a whisk in a large bowl where you have a lot of room to really get it going, basically you need to beat another egg yolk and then drizzle your runny mess into it little bit by little bit. Most of the time it works, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just stays broken. But I can see this is already getting thick. I'm going to bring you up here so you can see this, hopefully. And you can see how thick that's getting already, which is making me very happy. One of those things where you either have good luck or bad luck, or what's the weather doing that day? Is it humid or dry or cold or hot? You know, all affects cooking. And sometimes it's just out of your hands, and mayo is one of those things for me anyway. All right, now I'm going to turn it on the low and just let it run while I drizzle the rest of the oil. Making homemade mayo isn't difficult, but you need some patience. It's real easy to just, when you're down to that last teaspoon of oil in the cup, to just dump it, and you just can't. You just got to be patient with it. Okay, a little oil on top there. And there's the rest of it. All right, let's take a look. I'm going to back this up a little bit. And look how thick that is. Look at that. There's a little bit of oil. I'm just going to give that a quick burst just to get that mixed in the rest of the way. That's really thick. All right, let's take a look. Look at this. How about that? And that just took, you know, what, 5 minutes from start to finish? So, again, I hope this is helpful to you, especially if any of you are considering this dual action blender. It may not be as powerful as the Pro 1200, but for things like this, it definitely has a place in my kitchen. It's a very useful tool. I absolutely love this blender. So I hope this is helpful to you. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any new uploads. And with that, have a great day.